Hello, how are you, Marcus?
Hello, hello, hello. I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm good. Good morning for you because in Brazil, I think now it's in the morning. And then good night for everyone who stay in Indonesia and around Indonesia because we have about a different time about how much? About 10 hours,
It's
right?
10 hours. Yes, I think it's
Yeah,
10
about 10
hours.
hours. So, how is your night? I don't know how to ask you because you look like just wake up and then yeah, yeah, you.
Oh, first of all, good evening, good night for everyone in Indonesia. Probably most of people will be there. And tonight, when you're talking here, if you someone from Brazil, oi, tudo bem? Hello, everybody, and if you are from everywhere in the world, so hello, welcome, welcome. We're gonna have a nice chat here, talking about travels and experience, and so glad to be here.
Okay, thank you so much. So I will tell about you a little bit with all of my friends in Indonesia. So I will speak in Indonesian language a little bit to explain about you.
I
Uh,
understand. I understand Indonesian. It's fine.
yeah, yeah, I know that you understand about Indonesia very well. I know that. Oke, teman-teman, yang ada di monitor saat ini adalah Marcus Vinicius. Dia berasal dari Brazil. Saat ini per detik ini dia sudah traveling sekitar lebih dari 100 negara dan dia kebanyakan melakukan traveling itu sendirian alias solo backpacking ya. Kita ketemu waktu itu di Macau. It's right? We met in Macau, right? Oke. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Jadi kita ketemu di Macau, kemudian kita sama-sama solo backpacking dan kita mutusin untuk uh, visit beberapa tempat bareng-bareng pada hari yang sama, kemudian kita pisah lagi karena kita punya tujuan yang berbeda. Backpacker biasanya seperti itu. Nah sekarang Marco sudah lebih banyak berada di negaranya, terutama saat pandemik, karena nggak gampang untuk traveling di saat pandemik gitu ya. Saat ini dia ingin sharing tentang pengalamannya yang juga saya yakin sih kita juga pengen tahu gimana sih dia bisa traveling sampai 100 negara lebih gitu loh dan sendirian. Buat teman-teman yang biasa nongkrong di travel lounge, let's talk and chill out. Waiting about the information from Marcus. Okay, Marcus. I'm a little bit introduced how we met each other in Macau, and also we explained that we are curious about you because you're already traveling around the world about more than 100 country, right?
Yes,
More than 100
yes.
country, and then uh, mostly you're traveling alone, solo
Most
backpacking,
Yeah,
mostly.
most of them was alone, and we have some friends sometimes when I was in somewhere in the world, when I have someone from Brazil is close, you say we get together. Few places we just I was, for example, in Australia. I've met so many friends.
Mhm.
Then I have two friends, like a girl, like friends from Brazil. We travel together in India also, so we have experiences in Europe. Lots of Brazilian people come to Europe. It's easier to come like Europe, for example, instead Asia, because Asia is too far. And then I have sometimes people come to here, so we're gonna have like a little travel together. So I have sometimes friends, but most of them was by myself alone.
Ya, jadi Markus ini memang biasanya sih traveling sendirian ya. Kalau backpacker kan gaya jalan-jalannya seperti itu. Jalan sendirian, kemudian ketemu di suatu tempat. Contohnya yang tadi dia bilang tuh di Australia dia ketemu juga dengan komunitas yang traveling juga. Kemudian dia memutuskan untuk jalan bareng beberapa saat dengan orang-orang yang juga sedang traveling, terutama yang dari Brazil. Kemudian juga itu terjadi di Eropa. Jadi memang gaya jalan-jalan seorang backpacker adalah kayak gitu. Mereka independen, jalan sendirian, kemudian Setelah itu ya kalau ketemu dengan sesama backpacker, mereka biasanya akan nanya, kamu di sini berapa lama? Kemudian kita mau kamu agendanya kemana? Kalau ada yang sama kita cocokin jadwal, ayo jalan bareng. Setelah jadwal kita beda, kita jalan masing-masing. Kira-kira seperti itu. Oh ya, sebelum saya lupa, buat teman-teman yang mau follow Instagram dan YouTube-nya Markus, bisa follow dan subscribe di sini karena kalian bisa lihat semua perjalanan pengalaman dia selama perjalanan kebanyakan ada di YouTube sama di Instagram. Jadi silakan follow dan subscribe gitu ya. Kalau yang mau tanya-tanya, silakan tinggalkan di komen di channel YouTube kalian yang sedang mengikuti acara ini. Silakan komen di situ, nanti mungkin akan dijawab oleh Mas Markus gitu ya. Untuk yang tidak mengerti bahasa Inggris, saya sih akan berusaha untuk mentranslate sebisa saya gitu ya. Tapi untuk yang mau mencari tahu lebih detailnya, nanti mungkin berusaha pakai Google Translate atau apalah, karena kita Markus juga bicara dalam bahasa Inggris gitu ya. Oke, Markus. So come back to you.
Tell me.
First of all, I'm curious. What is your motivation to traveling all over the world? What is your spirit or whatever you say about it? But why you love traveling, and then why you desire to traveling all over the world until more than 100 countries?
Oh, so I would say it's hard to say what's my motivation, but first now I would say when I get the passion to travel, the most curious thing it was knowing people, knowing cultures, because everywhere is different. For example, even if like in my place, for example, you were in Indonesia, if you go around your neighborhood, you have different people, probably the same traditions, same, most of them same religions when you have like in countries, but in some countries even like in 5 6 different religions, or 5 or 6 different of type of food they eating. Oh, how's the people there? I think this is the most motivation thing, when you get opportunity to know that, when you open yourself, and then when you open yourself to know that, you can respect all of them. So I always say the travelers like us, like for example, most of the travelers I met, especially like backpackers, we know and we can go everywhere, and we know a little bit of everything. We don't know
Yes.
everything, of course, but
Yes.
I can, for example, if I'm in Indonesia, if you invite me to go to your house with your family, people like is gonna like us, is gonna bring us food, is gonna bring your traditions, and we just gonna see how different we are, but how same we are, because we still the human race, and everyone is exactly the same. We just change traditions, or it's small things, and these small things doesn't change like us or nothing. It's just like we learn more to respect. And I would say when I started, of course, this I would say now it's my motivation to know cultures, but when I was like beginning, I think the first motivation I had, it was talk to people. I love to talk, and people. If you Indonesia, if you somewhere in the world, you can recognize my accent. I'm not like a native English speaker. I'm speaking Portuguese is my native language. Now I can speak Spanish also, not really good, but I can talk a little bit. Then I was like 7 or 8 years ago, it was impossible to have like a conversation with someone like I'm talking to you now. So I was just in like, love to talk in Portuguese. When I had my first trip to USA back in 2010, I was talking to people, and like nothing happened because I can't. Then I was say, oh, I need to get some, like, I need to know this language. I need to at least like try, but I'm terrible with studies. I'm not like a person go to like the class and stuff like that, you know. And then I would say, oh, the first thing I was thinking, say, oh, I'm gonna go to somewhere to live there. Then I can start to talk. I can start to, you know, practicing. Then I was deciding to move to London and the UK. I had my first trip in Europe in 1 year before, was in 2013. I was in somewhere like a Euro trip, Paris, Roma, Vaticano, Milan, Croatia, Amsterdam. Then I was like, do you know, this is like open. I like, wow, the world is like, do you know, I was walking on the street, I was seeing people talking in different languages, and this is like makes me impressive and say, "Oh, that's so good, that's so nice." So then I decided to move to London. I moved there. I start to work. I had like really lucky because I have friends. This is a good thing, you know, to having many friends around the world. So I've got like not like a really hard start. I had a place to stay. It was on the beginning when I had no money. Then they found me a job. So I
Wow.
start to work after like a week in a really big company, like, you know.
Wow.
So yes, and then I was supposed to start on the stock room because it's a store. Do you want to translate some so far in Indonesia? Because otherwise it's gonna be too long.
Because I really love about your story. It's remind me when I first traveling at also about 2010, the first time I'm traveling a little
The
bit far.
same year when
Yes,
I have.
the first time in my neighbor country in Singapore and Kuala Lumpur, but a little bit far is going to China. It's the first time that I'm meeting with the traveler communication, call it couch surfing. So we are in the similar uh, community, right? That's why we feel like we have connecting each other. So when you are talking about your experience when you're traveling first time in around Europe and America, wow, they are open, and also we have a problem with the native speaking,
Language,
yeah, the language, and but it's nice because we are when you are traveling and you don't know about the local language, the local people will help us, right?
definitely. We always
They
found someone to help you.
yeah, they will try to understand us. uh, they are also do something effort to know about what we want to do, and maybe if they want to help they will do something for to help us. And as your experience in London, it's amazing because your friends help you to give you some places and also have something job. It's really nice. So okay, before continue I will little bit translate about what we talk about
That's
before,
good.
okay. Jadi gini, tadi kan aku nanya apa sih motivasinya nih Markus jalan-jalan gitu ya sampai keliling dunia. Dia bilang pertama kali motivasi yang mengawali pada saat dia awal memutuskan untuk jalan-jalan adalah untuk ketemu orang, meeting people gitu ya. Nah, begitu dia mulai traveling, dia menemukan bahwa traveling itu adalah passionnya dia. Selanjutnya, dia merasa bahwa yang lebih penting dari bertemu dengan orang adalah talking to local people, bicara dengan mereka, kemudian know the culture, mengetahui tentang budaya lokal, kemudian juga respect terhadap orang-orang di sekitar. Dan ketika kita respect terhadap orang, kita akan mendapatkan reward yang luar biasa dari rasa respect itu, karena sesungguhnya we are is nothing di dalam dunia yang sangat besar ini. We are is very very small bits, jadi kita tuh cuma setitik debu gitu ya. Mungkin kita mengetahui banyak hal, tetapi ketika kita traveling, ternyata kita hanya mengetahui sedikit di antara dunia yang besar ini. Nah, ketika kita traveling, kita tahu banyak perbedaan itu di depan mata kita mengalami banyak peristiwa, bertemu dengan banyak orang yang berbeda, dengan banyak agama, terus macam-macam masakan, macam-macam cita rasa makanan, dan ternyata itu kadang-kadang sangat amazing gitu buat dia. Dan terutama sekali dia juga merasa dari traveling ini dia menemukan bahwa akhirnya yang dulunya dia tuh susah ngomong sama orang seperti kita sekarang ini, sekarang dia gampang aja untuk bisa ngomong sama orang, karena bukan sekedar confident ya, tapi lebih kepada di dunia ini nggak ada orang yang hebat karena selalu ada orang yang lebih hebat dari kita. Jadi apapun yang kita punya, kita tuh tetap aja nothing di dalam semesta ini. Kira-kira seperti itu ya translate-nya. Mungkin akan ada beberapa yang terlewat atau agak-agak analoginya agak mengsel sedikit ya, mohon dimaafkan karena panjang banget kan yang dia omongin, dan aku mungkin juga agak-agak sedikit lupa gitu. Okay, so continue about your story. When I'm interesting when you first time going to Europe, then you find the moment that I call it the click moment when you think about wow, when you are in Paris, Rome, Vatican, and Milan, you find that wow, everybody is talking each other, and it's a very open and whatever. And what the meaning of open you think about the European?
It was impressive because actually it was like many languages. When you walking around, you can hear like lots of things you can't recognize. You say, oh, I don't even know where they are from because they're talking blah 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 blah. Just hear that, when you don't understand. Then I would say, oh, that's so curious. But I was thinking, like, I was talking with myself, say, if I can speak English, I can have conversation with most of people. For example, I don't understand Indonesian and you don't understand Portuguese, but we met in Macau and then we talking each other. It was exactly like that. I was thinking, say, oh, when you travel, we always found someone who speak English. Sometimes it's really hard when you go in some countries, but we always found like one person there to, or some people to help you out. Then I was thinking, then I decided to move to London. 1 year after I was in Europe for the first time in 2013. Then I was like, but it was funny because I was in 2010 in USA. Then I was back in 2011. I've been there for 3 months. But I've just met Brazilian people. I was traveling with Brazilian people. I went in amazing places like Hawaii. I was doing California, like from San Diego to San Francisco. I like all the coast there on the seaside. It was like amazing. Then I was back in 2012 again, and then I was like back in 2013, just a few weeks after come back from Europe. And then I was say, oh, I'm still doing this and I can't talk to people. And in Europe, I spent 1 week in Croatia sailing in a boat with friends. So that was amazing experience. But it was like many boats there. It's like a big event, like parties and like sailing and around the islands. And then I was just for a week there talking with the same people, but when people come to you, oh hi, and you cannot talk about, it's like so hard. That time I was deciding to move to somewhere in the place who they speak English. Then I was doing like the thing, so where can I live, because I have like a European passport also. Then I was like, oh, the places I was doing checking was like Ireland or UK or Malta, they speak English there. Then I decided to move to London. Then I had friends. Then I start to work. When you go to the center London, was like insane because looks like you're traveling around the world just in the same street, because there is massive how many people are from the like everywhere in the world, and that gets so impressive. And in my store, when I start to work there, people from everywhere also. And then I had the luck to be on the shop floor. Then it was like my English school because I was basically talking to people and helping people, of course, because it was my job. And then I was just, listen, talking. Then I start to talk in English in the in this way, just go. You need
Yeah,
to
you
work,
just
so you need
practice,
to.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then when I was there, I started traveling Europe. I was like, this was in 2014. In 2015, because I moved there without no money. I was like, no money in my pocket. I was really like poor in this time. Then I started to work and start to like saving money. Then I've been in 2015 around May. I had my first trip to the Canary Islands in Spain. Then I was with friends. In August, it was my first trip alone. Like my was no friends to talking for me or to help me out with something. Then I was, I was really happy with myself because I can talk to people, I can have conversation with people. Then in this trip, I've been this not like a common Euro trip. Normally, when people, especially from Brazil, come to Europe, they just go to like most famous place like Paris or Italy or somewhere like around France also or UK. Anyway, Spain, Portugal. Then I was in the island in Sweden. I was in Prague, like Eastern European. This is more traditional, also like Prague, Hungary, Budapest. And then I was in Slovakia and Vienna.
Great
Uh,
country.
yeah, so I was so excited. So I say, wow, that's amazing. When I was on my way back on the plane to London, I saw how cheaper are traveling in Europe, because it's really, really cheaper there, especially in Eastern Europe. Instead, I was in Sweden. Also, Sweden was quite expensive. Some places in Europe, it's expensive also, especially like Sweden, Norway, those countries. But another ones were so cheaper. So, wow, I can travel more here. In that trip, I decided myself to say, yo, I want to visit 100 countries. I don't know why. I was reading a book in that time. A guy was traveling all the countries in the world. But I say I want to visit 100 countries, but I had no time. I'll try gonna go in every country in Europe. Then I gonna see sometimes to go Asia. Then I put myself on this target. Uh, so you want to translate? Then I can continue.
Oke. Jadi, apa namanya, ketika dulu dia memulai travelling-nya itu kan, dengan tidak punya uang gitu ya. Kemudian dia, sempat bekerja di, Amerika, kemudian di London juga selama beberapa bulan, dan dia dibantu oleh temannya waktu di London itu untuk menemukan pekerjaan dan, tempat tinggal. Nah, di situ, bahasa Inggris dia kan sebenarnya belum bagus tuh, tapi ternyata orang-orang itu kalau mendengar dia berbahasa Inggris, dia bilang, "Oh, bahasa Inggris kamu bagus." Karena sebenarnya dia itu kan bahasa ibu atau bahasa aslinya bukan bahasa Inggris, tapi bahasa Portugal. Nah, karena dia ketemu banyak orang, terutama saat di Eropa, dia tuh langsung merasa bahwa, wow, uh, di sini semua orang bicara dengan bahasa-bahasa yang berbeda gitu, dan itu membuat dia akhirnya bisa menguasai beberapa bahasa seperti yang sebelumnya dia bilang. Dia belajar sedikit tentang bahasa, selain Portugis, dia juga belajar bahasa Spanyol juga gitu ya. Jadi walaupun cuma sedikit, tetapi karena sering bertemu orang itulah dia mempunyai banyak skill. Dan tanpa disadari dia tuh akhirnya setelah bekerja dan dia punya uang, kemudian dia traveling lagi karena di Eropa itu kan jarak jarak negaranya nggak begitu berjauhan ya. Jadi kemudian dia ke Asia kemana-mana dan dia menemukan bahwa di beberapa negara di Eropa, terutama di Eropa Timur seperti di Czech Republic, di Slovakia, kemudian di Budapest, di Hungaria gitu, biaya hidup itu nggak terlalu mahal. Tidak seperti di Western Europe gitu ya. Misalnya kayak di Sweden itu biaya hidupnya agak tinggi. Nah, dan dia akhirnya tanpa disadari dia menemukan bahwa wow, akhirnya gue udah 100 negara aja nih gitu loh. Nah, dari pengalaman dia yang seperti itu akhirnya dia dari pengalaman dia traveling tanpa dia sengaja, bisa dibilang tanpa sengaja gitu ya. Jadi dia akhirnya bikin target, oh gue mau ke Asia, mau ke sini, ke sini, ke sini, ke sini, ke sini, dan dia menemukan banyak sekali pengalaman, ketemu dengan orang baru, ketemu dengan sahabat baru, dan dia semakin banyak bisa berbagi sama orang lain, semakin bisa mengerti dan menerima orang lain gitu ya, dengan perspektif mereka tanpa memaksakan perspektif dirinya sendiri gitu. Kira-kira seperti itu kalau saya menerjemahkan apa yang dia katakan gitu ya. Nah, jadi setelah itu dia memutuskan untuk ya udah gue traveling aja gitu loh sendirian. Tadinya kan awalnya dia masih sama temen dan lain sebagainya. Setelah itu mulailah dia traveling sendirian yang seperti itu. Nah, okay, so before I continue about another question, I want to know how to say hello, how are you in the Brazilian language. In Brazil, you speak in Portugal language.
Portuguese, yeah.
In Portuguese. Oh, okay. Okay, sorry, Portuguese language. Okay, how to say how are you?
We have actually
Hello,
many.
how are you? So in Indonesian language, hello, apa kabar? So in your language, how to say?
Apa kabar?
Halo, apa kabar?
Hello, apa kabar?
So in Portuguese language, how to say?
We have actually many ways to say the same thing.
Okay.
Portuguese language is really like massive, but I would say the simple way. Oi, tudo bem?
Oi,
Tudo bem?
oi, tudo bem?
Perfect.
Is it good?
Amazing accent. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to let you know that my favorite country in Europe is Czech Republic. Especially the Prague is my favorite city in Czech Republic, and also I love Budapest. Even I stay a little, very little short time in Budapest, but it's very amazing. And I'm trying the cruise near the
The river?
the river between the Buddha and Pest, and I have a little bit experience. And when I trying to find my hostel, because I don't have internet connection at that time, somebody helped me and find my hostel, and then after that he bring me to looking around Budapest and then treat me for dinner. It's very nice.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Yeah, when we are traveling, we will meet about the nice people. I call them a travel angel. So
Uh,
did you ever meet a travel angel during your traveling? I think yes, because you meet your nice people in UK who bring you, who give you some job and also place to stay and whatever. But I know I want to know about the travel angel that make you feel like, oh my god, this is
we
like travel, really travel angel, the best of experience of travel angel.
We had like actually all the time that
All the
people
time.
coming to us. I always say like travelers most of the time
Mhm.
we always lost. We're lost, but we're not lost because we know exactly like you should be there in that time,
Yeah,
but we can figure out where are you going or where are
yeah,
you
yeah,
or
yeah.
and I put myself in the challenge many times to don't use phone to find my way just maps. And so then I was just when I left many airports or bus terminal train stations, I go into the tourist information, then I ask many questions there. I always go and then I say, oh, can I have a map? How can I go to my place? And so then they put me on the map. So I try, don't use my phone, don't use GPS or maps, just go by myself, because for me this is part of the trip also. I not every time, sometimes I use, especially when I have a short time in a place, for example, oh, I have just 2 days to enjoy, I don't gonna be lost for like 6 hours and lost in like losing my time just finding myself. But even this is nice because we need to stop people there. We need to asking people,
Yeah.
oh, how can I go? Sometimes people just getting phones and say, oh, let me check for you. They checking for you and say, oh,
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
go there, turn right, turn
Yeah.
left. But I would say I have many, and if I gonna talk about like the top 10 is gonna be like 2 hours. So I just gonna the first one I remember when I was in Vietnam, like in Asia. It was a monsoon, so it was raining a lot. I was around to having a typhoon, and
Mm.
they closed there, so it was like a emergency or something like that. And I was moving cities. I had like probably 12 hours on the bus or something like that.
Yeah.
I can remember exactly. Then I've got in the city. Uh, was the city was in Bangkok. Uh, yeah, Bangkok. Yeah, I was like in the part of the river. It was really nice also. But I was landing there, my bus landing there like around 3 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, it was like in the nighttime. When I left the bus, it was just a girl left with me. She was on
Mhm.
the same hostel in the another city, and two guys also. Then we left, and then I recognized I don't put my phone to charge. It was 3 o'clock in the morning, and I normally don't book my accommodations in advance. I was booking my accommodation when I was getting the bus. Then I fell asleep. Then I was just messaged like the owner say, oh, I gonna go there, I gonna have my check-in around 3 o'clock in the morning. She replied me, and then she say, oh, okay, I don't gonna be there. I gonna leave the doors open so you can go. Your
Oh,
doors, your like key is gonna be on the first drawer. So then you can open the drawer, have a paper with your name, so you can go to your accommodation and say, okay, it was not hostel, it was like a small house or something like
oh,
that.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. Then I left there. My recognized say, oh, I have no battery in my phone. My power bank, I had one, but it was done, so I cannot like charge my phone. Then we just left the bus. We saw, oh, the storm's coming. I must say, wow,
Wow.
no, it's gonna be massive. Then I start to walking there. Then I say for the two guys I didn't know. I say, oh mate, I think they are from Netherlands or somewhere in Europe. And then say, oh, can you help me? Do you have connection there? Oh, can you just put this name in your phone and just tell me which way should I go? Then I can figure out. And they say, oh, okay. They just put there also, okay, you're really close. You need to walk like 600 meters or something like that. And then you turn left and then you're going to be there. Then I was walking with the girl. She had no phone also. It was like insane. Then it was like a really big dogs. The dogs come to us and I say, no, they're gonna bite us. They're gonna bite us. It's insane. It's insane. Then we saw a taxi, and then she was telling us, oh, we're gonna get the taxi because she was far from me. She was not in the same place. And then when she get in the taxi say, oh, I'm really close to my place because the guys show me. I know I wasn't the exactly way because I saw on the map. I have like a photographic memory. I say I'm on the way. No, she say, oh, get in. I will leave you inside, then we can go to my place. But the guy was not talking a lot of in English. He doesn't understand, so he drive us until get her. I was close to my place. Then I say, oh, I need you to go that place. And I say, okay, I have a plan. Let me charge my phone in your car. So I charge my phone in his car, showing my place to them. Then he left them there. And without him charge anything, because you say, oh, I was side by side your place. I say, I knew it. I told you it was close to my place. Then he just left. When he left me there, the rain started. Well, it was insane. I like looks like the end of the world. You know, it was like, wow, it was exactly on the time when I opened the door, I saw my key,
Wow.
then it started. It was like, it was really hard because it's 3 o'clock in the morning, raining. I say, I had no place to sleep. I was no bus terminal, nothing, because the bus just left us on the middle of the city. I had no place to stay until like getting dry, or without with the fear of like the typhoon also. So it was a quite insane
Wow.
that time.
Wow, it's amazing. It's a crazy experience. Okay. Okay. So mostly when we are traveling, mostly we have a miracle or crazy experience like that. I also have experience that I get lost in Sahara because I come late because the information about the traveling around Sahara with another group, because I only alone. I have to join with them and I come late, so I get lost in Sahara. Oh, it's another part, so I don't want to talk about my experience. I I want to try to explain about the experience about the travel angel. So ya, jadi untuk apa namanya, traveler atau backpacker atau orang yang suka jalan sendirian seperti kita ini sering ketemu dengan orang-orang yang kita nggak kenal tapi kita tolongin gitu ya. Nah, dan itu hampir di setiap perjalanan kita ketemu dengan orang-orang seperti itu. Itulah mengapa kita harus selalu respect sama orang, harus selalu baik sama orang, berprasangka baik dan positive thinking. Kenapa? Karena kalau kita nggak positive thinking, kita akan selalu merasa takut dan akhirnya hanya akan merugikan kita sendiri gitu ya. Nah, salah satu pengalaman yang paling menurut dia gila atau ekstrim atau apalah ya, itu waktu dia ke Vietnam. Nah, dia naik bus dan jam 3 pagi dia sampai ke pada tujuannya. Nah, dia itu tidak terbiasa yang namanya booking tempat jauh hari sebelumnya. Emang kadang-kadang traveler itu cuma punya planning beli tiket berangkat dan tiket pulang. In the middle of that, di tengah-tengah itu we don't have any kind of plan. Jadi ya booking booking place itu kadang-kadang ya uh, on the bus gitu ya. Jadi dia booking itu di bus. Nah, gilanya adalah dia handphonenya baterainya habis, tidak di-charge. Dia juga punya power bank dan tidak di-charge. Dan jam 3 pagi dia tiba di situ tanpa memiliki tempat untuk tinggal. Nah, akhirnya kan dia di situ kan ada 2 orang dari mungkin dari Netherlands, dari Eropa gitu ya. Kemudian ada satu cewek juga, dan yang ceweknya ini juga nggak punya baterai juga ternyata. Jadi dia susah untuk menemukan tempat dia booking untuk bermalam. Nah, sementara yang 2 ini bahasa Inggrisnya kurang, jadi sama-sama bermasalah. Akhirnya dia mencoba untuk menghubungi salah satu owner, dan akhirnya owner itu udah jam 3 pagi menjawab requestnya dia untuk dapetin tempat tinggal. Dan dia bilang nggak apa-apa, nggak masalah, lo datang aja, di situ ada satu box dan di situ ada tertulis namamu, di situ ada kunci rumahnya, masuk aja nggak apa-apa. Nah, hal-hal seperti ini banyak terjadi sih, kayak di Jepang juga aku sering kayak gitu. Biasanya kita booking semacam Airbnb, rumah yang disewakan untuk traveler. Jadi mereka nggak ada di tempatnya. Biasanya dia naruh kunci di suatu tempat, dan itu ada kode-kode tertentu, kita bisa ngambil kuncinya di dalam itu, dan hanya kode itu hanya kita yang tahu. Jadi hanya kita yang bisa ambil kunci di dalam box tersebut. Terus di situ sudah ada nomor kamarnya. Nah, akhirnya dia dapat nah, yang bule-bule itu maksudnya baik, mau nolongin dia gitu kan, nganterin dia. Tapi karena bahasa Inggrisnya nggak connect, dia malah menjauh dari tempat yang seharusnya sudah deket gitu loh. Jadi dia ngomong berkali-kali, tempat gue tuh udah deket gitu loh, sebenarnya nggak sejauh ini. Nah, akhirnya dia bilang, oke, gue ngecas HP gue aja ya di tempat lo, di mobil lo. Setelah itu gue kasih tahu ini lo lokasinya dari Google Map gitu ya. Nah, begitu dia tiba di rumah yang dia sewa itu dengan secara mendadak, itu hujan turun, ada angin topan. Typhoon is angin topan in Indonesia, in Indonesian language. Jadi itu seperti miracle. Suddenly when you arrive in the place that you stay, that you booking in time, so suddenly the big rain coming, right?
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
and also typhoon.
Not the typhoon. I was just big
Big
raining,
rainy.
but
Okay.
yeah, the typhoon was in the bay. It was around far. We just saw the wind,
Okay.
but it was around.
Oke, jadi ketika dia sampai di depan rumah itu langsung hujan turun, bus banyak banget. Itu kayak seperti kayak lo tiba-tiba langsung, gila miracle nggak sih lo sampai di tempat lo tinggal di mana sebelumnya lo nggak tahu mau tinggal di mana dan pada saat itu hujan turun gitu, gila. Oke, Marcus, before we continue about another question, so this is my friend Nina Wong. He say kirain artis mana, it's Indonesian language, so maybe the translate is I think the actor from somewhere. So I introduce a little bit about Nina. Nina is also traveler. She love traveling a lot and also with the group as well, and she has a travel agency, and mostly she is travel with some places that people not really want to going there. I mean, not like Paris, not in France. Not to visit Ava, maybe going to Marseille or something like that. So it's different. Because she's like adventure as well.
Like
So can you explain?
exotic places, exotic
Yeah,
place.
yeah, 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 something like that. Okay. Can you explain that you are actor or maybe celebrity in your country or what?
Me?
Yeah. Do you know Nas Daily?
Sorry, I didn't get.
Nas Daily. He is also famous because he's traveling a lot, and he have a program about 1 minute something in
Ah,
Instagram.
okay.
You know him?
No, I just know
Oh
what you mean, but I don't know it.
no. Yeah, he he's telling about the story of experience in 1 minute in Instagram. Mostly, he make it a 1 minute of his traveling experience. So the face is similar like you.
Ah, that's a good compliment. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So
No, yes, if
can you
most of
explain you're famous or not in your country, like a celebrity or what?
I'm famous with my friends, just that. just just my friends and family, and that's all. No, I've got like actually was like my experience of travel. I was, I'm really myself when I travel. I was since not the beginning. I used to have my channels, social media and stuff, but I was not putting everything on the internet or something. Then on Instagram, I start to having a lot of my trips there. After the stories coming, I was using to put all my day by day. I've got a few followers there, but not many. So basically, I'm not famous. I've got many followers on TikTok. I was started talking about like travels. When I was traveling the world in 2019, I joined the TikTok. So on TikTok, I have almost 400,000 followers.
Wow.
So yeah, it's the most I have. And then I share normally my like some curiosities. Sometimes, oh, how is the place, or how much costs this place in a budget. Most of the time, I was traveling in a budget. So lots of Brazilian people were really famous here. They traveling probably another way.
Mhm.
Sometimes just oh, they change accommodations for merchandising or stuff. And I normally don't do that. I normally stay in the hostels or houses, or I love the. For me, it was not a business. Not sometimes can be okay. I'm never gonna say, oh, I don't pretend. If I got money with that and I can just travel, so will be nice. But for this beginning was my first trips, like until now it was just about experiences. So I used to prefer pay, like saving money, getting all my money to pay my bills, stay on the cheaper ways like hostels and traveling, the always saving money and enjoying the full experience, and not just the experience to showing or promoting something. Okay, like I say, every time everything can change, but from from now to back, so my travel was in my way to enjoying myself and not like having like a really sponsors or something, like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, it's like more, I was looking for an invite, you know, when meeting people in the world, people to invite me, or because they like me, so come to my house, come to my place, my, say, if you're a man or a woman, they say, oh, my wife is gonna cooking tonight, so we can go to my house and we have a dinner together. For me, this is the best experience
yeah. Yes,
ever. So,
exactly.
you know, I love
Yeah,
those
yeah, yeah.
type. Yeah,
I know
but
that feeling.
I'm not famous. Just like love to travel and sharing my experience.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I also love this the most of meeting people and know each other a little bit close and blending with local people like that. And the best experience when people invite us and we are just like a new family, even we don't know each other before. It's amazing. And ya, jadi dia dia tuh bilang, "Gua tuh nggak terkenal, gua tuh selebriti di antara teman dan keluarga." So you are a celebrity, between your friends and family, right?
Yeah, that's all. And
Also,
with your friends in Indonesia also.
yeah, I just want to tell you, one person from Indonesia, it's me. Oke, jadi dia tuh, lumayan punya follower banyak di TikTok tahun, 2019. 2019 you are starting to follow, TikTok?
For
2019?
almost 400,000.
Ya, jadi followernya itu sekitar 400.000 kalau di TikTok. Jadi dia mungkin ya agak-agak ngepop dikit di TikTok lah. Tapi sebenarnya yang lebih penting itu dia tuh bukan pengen famous atau apa, tapi lebih kepada menikmati perjalanan dan apa namanya, ya itu ketemu dengan local people, blending dengan local people yang kayak kayak gitu adalah sesuatu yang lebih berharga untuk dia gitu loh. Jadi bukan yang mencari sponsor dan lain sebagainya. Kalaupun dapat, ya nggak masalah gitu. Dan sebagian besar yang dia sharing di TikTok adalah bagaimana sih traveling on budget dan lain sebagainya, dan bagaimana dengan dana yang sekian bisa kemana-mana seperti itu. Oke, Marcus, my friend asking about you. She call herself is Teteh Denis. Teteh, it's like a uh, apa namanya, nona itu apa sih, mbak itu apa sih, oh in English, come on, miss. Teteh, it's in Sundanese language, in English it's like a miss Dennis. Okay.
Miss Dennis.
Okay, the question is, negara apa yang bikin dia pengen balik lagi, Kakak? Kangen makanan negara nggak sih waktu dia traveling dengan jangka waktu yang lama? Kalau Eke kan kangen pete pastinya. Oke, her question is, uh, which country that you really want to come back again and again? First, and the second, did you feel miss like homesick and also miss the food from your country when you're traveling for a long time? Because mostly she is really miss her food in Indonesia. She is also traveler. Mostly he's traveling around. She is traveling in India and Pakistan because she is also like a tour guide,
Okay.
and mostly the destination is around India and yeah, around India, something like that. So can you answer?
Okay. Hi, Miss Dennis. I was like the first question about the country I want to visit again and again. It's hard to me to say because I love many countries. Even I always say, many people asking me which your favorite. I never say any favorite because everything has a different time and different experience, and most of them I trying to live my full experience there. So for me, it's always good. Even when you don't have like a good experience or something bad happens, sometimes lots of bad things happens. As a traveler, you lost something, you don't have a place to stay or you miss something. Anyway, so many countries I want to come back. I've been in many countries already so many times, like Croatia, France. We always have like some different cities to go. Even if you go to the same city, you can have like another vision of that. You can have like a different experience. For example, when I was in Indonesia, so you from there, I can't say I know Indonesia. For example, I know you, I know a little bit of your costumes or something, but when I was traveling in Indonesia, I was in the short trip to Asia. So I was in Bali only for 5 days. It's not enough. I know with Indonesia was how many islands you have in Indonesia? Many. So
70,000.
yes, you have
17,000
it's
more.
insane. I can go like probably 10 times more to Indonesia. I can go to 10 times more to Philippines. I can go to even in small countries in Europe. For example, if you compare like Brazil, Indonesia to a country in Europe, Europe is like you can go a country like a looks like an egg. It's small. You can have a sit walking in for 4 hours. You know everywhere in the country. Sometimes in a city, but even there, you can have a nice experience again. But I would say not in like in the small, really small places. I've been so many like everywhere. I don't probably don't want to visit again because I already know. But biggest countries, so that definitely I want to go back more. I don't have any, but I probably more than 80, 85 you can come back. I want to visit also. About the second question, Miss Dennis, about homesick,
Good.
I never felt. I was like I met so many people, especially on the last year. I was traveling for 1 year. I've been 2 times. I quit my job to travel. I've met so many Brazilians say, "Oh, I don't want to more. I just want to go back." I never felt. I feel sick when I come back home because I want to travel. I want to continue travel. I was like, I don't want
Sorry.
to be here. I don't want to be here. I want to continue my travels. I really enjoy my time. Food, I don't
Yeah,
have
good food.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't have this with food. In Brazil, we have like, of course, lots of traditional like foods, like plates or some dishes. But we have like the culture in Brazil is huge, so we have a big country. We have many million of people also, so we have different foods everywhere. In my city, if you go to another state, it's a different food. So when you travel in Brazil, we already see the difference about food. And then when I was moving to London, the food is totally different also. So I was cooking myself, but then I recognize I really love to try local food. I'm not the person go to Asia and go to Italian restaurant. For me, doesn't make any sense. Of course, for example, you from there, you want something different. But as me as a tourist, I don't want to go to Asia and just eat McDonald's, for example. When I was in Thailand,
Local food.
I just wanna pad thai. I say I want a pad thai, and vegetables everywhere you want to I want to try the food for me, and something is about experience. And in my experience, I love the cheapest place. When I see like the workers, the people working the labor, where they eating, most of people getting food from home, and the ones don't get food from home, they don't have lots of money to eat, like to
Mhm.
buy some like a fancy place. Where they gonna go in the cheaper place? Where is the everyday meal? I love those. And so I used to sometimes sitting on the floor to eating people, and then I love to those experience. So that's I don't feel like homesick. As I say before, I don't save for the future. I don't save for the thing I already live it. So if I gonna travel tomorrow, I can feel that, so I can change anytime you say, oh, I'm thinking homesick or something, but for now I never had. So I had like this experience. I think is that questions, or you have another one?
Uh, if you miss the food, the local food, the local Brazilian food, you are just cooking.
Yeah, it's like I love Brazilian food, of course, but I don't miss. I eat like whatever they have. If they have this or they give to me, I don't. Sometimes I don't even ask you where they. Because sometimes if I know, I don't gonna eat. So sometimes I just say,
Ah,
"Oh, what is your number one?" I've been in a few like fancy places also. Okay, I love the cheaper ones, but I've been sometimes in a fancy restaurants or something. But I normally go there and ask, "Which is your number one?" The number one orders, what the most the people asking here for eat. I say, give me that. Oh, you want to know what is that? Say no, just bring it to me. So then I love this experience also eating. And I already have something I already posted, say eating without knowing. So that's
oh,
nice.
eating without knowing. Okay, so it means that that the food is not really big issue for you.
For me now.
Ya, oke. Jadi gitu, Jeng Denis. Dia tuh apa namanya? Buat dia nggak ada negara yang favorit banget dan banyak negara yang dia balik berkali-kali seperti ke Prancis atau kemana selain untuk kepentingan tertentu ya dia pengen balik aja gitu loh. Jadi kenapa? Karena dia itu kan buat dia setiap negara walaupun negara itu punya dia punya pengalaman yang nggak enak saat mengunjungi negara itu. Cuma buat dia eh, ya 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 nggak apa-apa kalau karena perjalanan itu kan adalah pengalaman yang baik dan pengalaman yang buruk dan dia tetap nggak akhirnya membenci negara itu atau bagaimana buat dia ya oke-oke aja gitu loh dengan semua pengalaman yang ada dan buat dia semua negara is favorit yang kayak kayak gitulah kira-kira ya. Kemudian kalau masalah dia apakah kangen makanan dia bilang buat dia makanan juga bukan sesuatu yang problem buat dia. Jadi kalau dia mengunjungi satu negara, dia bukannya mau pengen ada makanan Brazil nggak yang kayak gini enggak. Jadi dia lebih suka apa yang local people makan dan itu yang sering dimakan oleh rakyat jelata, misalnya seperti buruh, di mana dia makan di tempat yang murah sambil lesehan yang kayak kayak gitu. Itu yang akan menjadi pilihan dia. Dia pengen tahu makanan local people itu seperti apa dan dia akan order walaupun dia ada di suatu tempat yang sangat fancy ya, yang mahal atau restoran lah katakan. Tapi dia tetap akan order misalnya dia order ditawarin menu order apa, dia akan bilang apa yang sering dimakan oleh orang local people sini, saya akan order itu. Jadi eating without knowing. Jadi dia makan tanpa tahu informasinya apa gitu loh. Jadi ya udah menu yang paling disukai oleh local people yang sering dimakan oleh local people dan itu adalah orang local people di level yang terendah, yang murah, yang sering dimakan oleh mayoritas itu yang akan dia makan. Jadi buat dia makan apa aja nggak ada masalah. So you don't have a problem with your stomach with the new food in some country?
No, it's like I've been in a places with lots of people getting like stomach sick or
Yes.
like really bad.
Yeah.
In South America, here in Peru, I've been traveling with people I just met on the way. So one, they have a doctor inside the hostel to help him out when I was climbing Machu Picchu. We climbing Machu Picchu mountain. He was having fever. He was really, really bad uh without like this food. And that time I was like eating lots of because people, I was really really poor in that trip. I had no money, and they used to have in Peru, when you have like a meal, they have like your entrance, like a soup, the main dish, and some dessert also, or something like that. I've met like three people. They didn't eating the soup before, because they say no, this soup, when they you finish, they put the soup back and they just cook again and give to you. They said that, and I say, oh, you really don't want? I say, oh, I'm like running out of money. So if you don't want the soup, get the soup. You're gonna eat your 3 soup, so that's enough for me. So I was eating just like so, and then I was like, oh, I'm eating so many like food bad. And in this time, when you get in the way to Machu Picchu, we get like the cheaper way by bus. It was 6 hours on the bus by mountain. The way was insane. And then I bought some sausages a day before, but it was really hot. The sausage get like really bad. I eat it that in the very next day on the way to Machu Picchu. When you left, I just throwing up everything because it was really bad, like in my stomach. But they say, oh, how they say, how do you feel? I say, oh, give me water. So I drank like 50 milliliters of water and say, okay, let's walk into Machu Picchu 3 hours and a half, like on the hydroelectric station, because we were on the way to like cheaper one. So yes, it was for me, it was completely good. I've got some problems in India just for one day. I've met so many people getting like, because they like there is so many spicy food or like, those things. But yeah, for me it was just like basically few days. I normally drink beers a lot also, so sometimes it was like a mix of spicy food or beers. But yeah, I was normal, not like really bad with my stomach or something.
Okay, so oh my God, your experience in Machu Picchu is crazy. The food, I mean, but I think in Peru the living cost is not too expensive, right?
No, it's like, but was
Very
that
cheap.
time I was really running out of money, so that's why it was really
Iya,
hard.
iya,
So
iya. Oke, jadi dia tuh punya biasanya sih dia nggak pernah punya masalah dengan pencernaan gitu ya. Tetapi suatu hari pada saat dia di Machu Picchu di Peru, kebanyakan traveler juga menjadikan ini sebagai bucket list. Machu Picchu also my bucket list and I never been there, so I hope one day I can visit Machu Picchu. Jadi
if you have to Machu Picchu, stop in Brazil so I can show you around also.
I wish that I can visit Machu Picchu and also visit your country.
Yeah. So you can do like two wonderful in one trip. You can do Machu Picchu and Christ of
Oh,
Redeemer here in
Christ,
Brazil.
oh, okay, okay, okay. I hope one day. So I have to collect the money for now.
Finger crosses.
Yeah, because it's very far from Indonesia, and I have to transit in at least in America or in Europe, and then travel fly
Yeah.
take a flight again, and it's a long journey.
Long journey, yeah.
Yeah, and it's very expensive for us.
Yeah, now for me also, it's not. That's why it was good when I was living in the UK, because the money there is good. Here in Brazil is
Yeah,
hard
very
also.
good. If you're working in UK and you live in Indonesia, or if you live in Peru, so your money is very big.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
Brazil also.
Ya, ya, ya. Oke, jadi kita lanjutin, tadi tuh dia ada pengalaman gak enak sama makanan ya waktu di Peru itu dia benar-benar nggak punya uang dan dia, datang ke warung yang, semurah-murahnya warung gitu. Nah terus, dia mau pesen sup, orang-orang bilang jangan pesen sup itu, karena sup itu kalau ada yang makan terus nggak dihabiskan, dimasukin lagi, dimasak lagi gitu loh. Nah, tapi terus dia bilang, oh kalau begitu mendingan sup lo yang nggak kemakan buat gua aja. Dia ngabisin berapa mangkok sup itu karena saking nggak punya uangnya gitu ya. Jadi dia makan. Tapi setelah itu dia punya problem dengan masalah pencernaannya. Kemudian masalah lain yang pernah dialami adalah waktu ke India. Karena di India itu makanannya itu kan kebanyakan pedas dan banyak apa sih rempah-rempahnya, terlalu banyak rempah-rempah gitu ya. Jadi nggak cocok sama pencernaannya dan dia bermasalah yang cukup serius waktu di India itu. Cuma itu aja sih, tapi selebihnya di tempat lain dia nggak ada masalah, nggak ada keluhan dengan makanan lokal gitu ya. Nah, oke. Okay. So another question is in English, so you can read it.
Okay, I sorry.
You can answer. Jadi kalau dalam bahasa Indonesia kira-kira ada pengalaman yang nyeremin nggak waktu dia traveling sendirian? Kalau ada tempatnya di mana gitu? Oke?
Yeah, any scariest experience? So, Edgy Furma, yeah. So, hello. So, thanks for your question. Actually, it was like many. We always have something scared, you know. You don't feel yourself sometimes. You're feeling scaring about places or being, you know, you. We heard a lot of many places, especially when you have something natural. For example, the thing I told you before about Vietnam. For example, we don't have typhoon or those things here. When I heard it's like, oh, typhoon's coming, actually was a little bit scary for me. And then I will arrive without knowing my place, without phone or anything. So I say I was a little bit scared, but not like, oh, it's not most scared. I have one, people talking a lot about Dominican Republic. They have many, like, you know, when you left the airport, don't get buses or even taxis, so you need to be careful because lots of people stop the tax and coming with it. This I heard, okay, I'm not telling you, I just heard that. People come to guns or bam bam bam, take your stuff, and you know, then I was arriving in Santo Domingo. Sometimes when people go there, they go into Punta Cana. It's more touristic place or something. I arrive on the city, the capital. Then I was in the local beaches there, and in that time it wasn't this in Caribbean trip because I've been in the Caribbean trip. I had a really actually bad start for me because it was basically my first big trip by myself, just like backpacking. When you have Euro trip, it's just 2 weeks or 3 weeks in Europe. It's not it's not a big deal when you just go in the new places with your backpack by yourself for a long time. Then I was new in the UK. I didn't have a credit card at the time, and the day I was just debit card. The day I was supposed to fly to New York and go to Bahamas. Then I was have a 14 or 15 islands in Caribbean there. I saw someone charge my account bank with like the expense I didn't know. Then I called there. They say, "Oh, they get your cards, your card details, so you need to cancel your card." And I say, "No, I'm going to travel today, and I need this card. Can I have like a emergency card and the anywhere in the bank here? Because I'm on my way to the airport." They say, "No, it's gonna arrive in your house in 1 or 2 days," and saying, "Oh, I'm going tonight, so I don't have time. Like, otherwise, I need to pay like the difference about all my travel because I didn't get like a plane to Bahamas with connection. I've got a plane to New York because it's cheaper. I needed to do like immigration. Then I do my check-in again and get inside the airport, just immigration again and go. I'm gonna lose 2 flights and it's gonna be too expensive. The guy say, there's no chance. I say, okay, don't cancel my card. I'm gonna get money. So I've got money for 2 months and a half. So I was traveling with the pack of money, all the money I had without any cards. So every time it was the scariest moment for me because you say, if it's someone getting my things, so I did dividing my money everywhere in my wallet, in my pocket, underneath my, you know, my trousers,
In your sock.
in my bag. I left in many pockets. I left a small amount in the biggest one, but they say, is someone coming, I gonna give my wallet. And I say, oh, I have one in my bag. Don't take my clothes. I was thinking, okay. And I was say, I will give you, I open the zipper, I'm gonna give you money, but I have already inside the sockets in my anyway, nothing happens. But I was scared in the moment when I was traveling inside. I used to it was my plan to cross the country by bus, not by taxi, because I didn't have money for taxi. Then I was doing like many changes, bus by bus, with my bags and blah blah blah. Then on the last travel there, I've been the Saona Islands. It was a big islands there, and they where they making the movie in the Blue Lagoon. That I would say, Eddie, it was most of the scariest moment for me. Actually, for no reason, but was because I've been the bus station. They say, oh, the next bus is gonna be in 8 hours. I'll say I can't wait 8 hours here doing nothing because I have a short time there in Punta Cana. It's the only place here I'm gonna be like in the hotel. It was not a resort or anything, but it was a small hotel, 3 stars. But we say there was I've been sleeping with the cucarachas, the big bugs. I was sleeping with many bugs, like cucarachas everywhere. Then I was saying I'm gonna be in the hotel for 2 nights, so I needed to be there. Then I say, okay, this is the time, is emergency. I need to get a taxi. I'm gonna pay more, and then I'm gonna go by taxi. The guy say, okay, I was negotiating. I always negotiating price. Okay, I was telling the guys, "Oh, how much you charge me to go there?" Ah, blah blah blah. How much? I don't remember exactly. Okay, but I say, I have this. You want? And the guy tell me, actually, I can have this, but I cannot get you from here because here is a taxi point. So go 2 corners on the left, and I'm gonna get you there. Then this guy, when he started the trip, he asked me, "Oh, we have 2 ways to go. One in the main road, another one is inside. The ones inside, we don't need to pay. If you go from here, we need to pay." And I say, "Okay, let's go for that. I will pay for you. Don't worry." This guy just changed the way. You say, "No, I gonna go for the way we don't need to pay." Then I start to feel a little bit scared and say, "Oh, I told you I will pay. Why you getting this way?" "No, don't worry. It'll be fine." Then you just driving in the middle of nowhere. It was no cars behind, no cars in, nothing. Then he starts on the gas station. In Brazil, we have some problems with, like, robbers or something. They always coming by motorcycle, 2 guys with, like, the helmet, you cannot see them. So this is like we always scaring about when you get the 2 guys in a motorcycle close to your car or something. Then this guy stopped on the middle of the nothing in the gas station and left the car. When he's left the car, just 2 motorcycles come, like one motorcycle with 2 guys coming and coming to my way. And that time I say, no way, I gonna got. So I open my bag, I get my passport, put behind the bench, when I was sitting. I put some money in 2 pockets, and then I say, no way, I don't believe in this. My heart was like, I don't know, it was not that scared when I talking here, but how I felt, it was. So my heart was boom 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 boom, say almost dropping from my mouth. I was saying, no way, I can't. Then the guys started to get putting fuel gas on the motor or something like that. And after like 5 minutes, for me was looks like 1 hour, but it was just like 5 minutes.
Yeah, because it's very
Yeah,
scary.
the driver coming, talking on the phone, and say, "Oh, I speak Spanish, okay?" They say, "Oh, Chico, perdona, sorry, I was talking with my wife, so I need to get there. So I've got like a really good far now. I got money, so we're gonna have a barbecue tonight." So I arrange everything. I say, "No, hey, I was scaring here. It was like, yeah." Anyway, so he left me there. He was really actually nice with me, and then but I've got many scary stories, but for me, this one inside my heart was really scary. But then there was nothing, and I would say because this was my first trip by myself, uh,
Oh,
with money, with all the money I have for my trip. So that's why I think the all together makes me really scaring that thing. So now it's funny, but it was really scary
yeah.
when the time happened. So I would say first one scary. I would say that. So probably sometimes I can remember another one and say, "Oh, this was more scary," but I would say this is the first one I really felt. So that's why is the question, Eddie.
Oke, jadi kocak juga ya, dia tuh, takut akan sesuatu yang, yang tidak seharusnya ditakutkan, tapi situasi memang mendukung untuk dia merasa takut. Jadi, setelah cerita yang panjang-panjang tadi tentang banyak kisah yang menakutkan, jadi dia tuh ada di, it's in Dominican Republic, right?
Yes, yes.
Ya, jadi pada saat dia di, Republik Dominika, jadi dia tuh yang, apa sih, something happen lah dengan bank account-nya dan dia nggak punya kartu kredit. Jadi akhirnya dia bawa cash gitu. Cash itu saat traveling itu kan bahaya ya. Jadi emang nggak safety sih. Kalaupun punya kartu harus punya backup kartu. Saya juga beberapa kali pernah kehilangan dan untungnya teman-teman yang sesama traveler ngerti. Kadang-kadang kita kontak via Facebook atau apa, help dong, pesenin pesenin akomodasi kayak gitu-gitu kan. Jadi berapa kali sih aku juga pernah ngalamin waktu di Austria sama di Nepal ketika aku kehilangan dompet. Jadi aku kontak temen di Facebook dan minta di-bookingin hotel, hostel lah ya yang murah-murah dan mereka bookingin waktu di Austria juga gitu. I have a similar experience with you that I lost my bag, so all my card is lost. And
Wow.
I'm just contact my friends on Facebook. I told them I lost my wallet and I have to handle everything. And I only have one card and it's only credit card, so I cannot use for some booking for the hotel. So I told to them, can you help me to booking the hotel? And then some of friends just help me. It's a very nice.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
it's,
Yeah,
it's one of the way that I contact my friends. I just put in the status on Facebook. I lost my pocket. I lost my bag. Please, uh,
someone can help me.
yeah, please somebody who can help me inbox me. I will. I need the. I told them what I need. I need to booking the hotel. I need to pay this one, this one, this one, and I will pay back after I come back Indonesia or something like that. So I will come back to translate the your scary experience. It's not really scary. It's a funny for now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Jadi
It
ketika
is.
dia di Republik Dominika itu dengan segala macam persoalan dengan bank account-nya itu, akhirnya dia bawa uang cash. Nah, bawa uang cash pada saat traveling itu nggak oke banget sih sebenarnya. Jadi salah satu solusinya dia naruh semua uangnya itu di beberapa tempat. Ada yang di kantong depan, kantong belakang, kemudian sampai ke kaos kaki lah, di antara selipan baju-baju, di dalam backpacknya, di mana-mana gitu ya. Jadi dia tuh supaya kalau sampai yang ini hilang dia masih punya, tapi cuma itu duit yang dia punya karena dia nggak ada kartu dan lain sebagainya gitu loh. Nah, suatu saat dia harus pergi ke suatu tempat, saya lupa tadi namanya tuh apa. Jadi dia bayar taksi, bilang ini ada dua jalan nih, kalau jalan ke sini kita harus bayar, tapi kalau lewat sini kita nggak perlu bayar. Terus dia bilang, oke kita jalan pakai yang bayar aja. Logikanya traveler adalah ketika kita bayar pasti lebih safety, gitu ya. Nah kalau yang lebih nggak bayar pasti jalanannya kalau kita mah jalan tikus kali ya. Nah tapi ternyata si driver taksinya ini ngajak dia tuh ke tempat yang jalan tikus itu tadi, yang nggak harus bayar. Dia bilang gini, kenapa harus lewat sini? Di depan nggak ada kendaraan, di belakang nggak ada kendaraan. Dia takut dong dengan kondisi dia bawa uang cash doang gitu loh. Nah, akhirnya dia bilang nggak apa-apa di sini kan nggak bayar, jadi ngapain buang duit untuk bayar? Gue tahu jalan ya, kira-kira kayak gitulah ya. Nah, akhirnya mobil itu berhenti di apa namanya di gasoline station, pom bensin, berhenti di pom bensin. Pada saat itu ada motor dengan dua orang pengendara datang ngedeketin dia. Itu yang pakai helm dan dia tuh udah ketakutan. Kalau di film gangster tuh dia udah merasa aduh ngeri nih karena kan di Dominika itu memang situasinya itu seringnya tidak terlalu aman gitu ya. Nah, dia udah merasa takut duluan. Nah, ternyata si orang yang naik motor itu begitu sampai di stasiun bensin, dia langsung masukin bensinnya ke motornya dan setelah itu pergi. Nah, si drivernya ini dengan santainya nelfon dan pakai bahasa Spanyol, dia ngerti sedikit tentang bahasa Spanyol dan ketika dia kembali lagi ke mobil setelah ngisi bensin, sementara dia udah ketakutan setengah mati ketika dua orang naik motor itu datang, dia langsung mindahin uangnya, paspor langsung diamanin karena sebagai seorang travel yang paling penting adalah paspor. Paspor itu identitas. Begitu kita kehilangan paspor, bubar semua acara gitu ya. Nah akhirnya si driver itu ngomong dengan dia kondisi masih ketakutan, deg-degan banget gitu ya, dia benar-benar takut sekali. Si drivernya datang nelfon sambil nelfon istrinya dan dia ngerti karena bicara dalam bahasa Spanyol. Markus ini menguasai sedikit bahasa Spanyol. Dia bilang sama istrinya, halo, saya dapat klien oke nih, dia bayar mahal, jadi nanti kita pulang bisa barbekyuan, bisa pesta gitu. Dia tuh dengan kesannya gue takut setengah mati, ada orang datang yang gue rasa semacam begal atau apa, lo nelfon istri lo ngajakin barbeque, ya ampun, sementara dia ada di situasi yang sangat nowhere itu nggak tahu dia tuh di mana gitu loh, dan dia merasa bahwa waduh ini akhir hidup gue deh nih, bahaya nih, aduh gimana nih gue, yang kayak gitulah kira-kira ya. Jadi itu adalah pengalaman yang buat dia paling menakutkan. Dia punya banyak pengalaman yang nggak enak, tetapi ini yang paling menakutkan pada saat itu, yang kena mental banget. Tetapi saat ini setelah dipikir-pikir lagi, ketakutan dia tuh nggak ada reason, nggak ada alasannya, karena sebenarnya nggak ada apa-apa. Itu ketakutan yang menyerang dirinya sendiri. Dia heboh dengan dirinya sendiri, heboh dengan ketakutannya sendiri. Jadi sekarang jadi lucu gitu loh. Ya kira-kira seperti itu. Itu serunya ya saat kita jadi traveler. Oke, I will little bit explain about my friends Edi Furma. He is a traveler as well. He is also a Couchsurfing member, and he's ambassador in Bangka Belitung Couchsurfing member. And Bangka Belitung is one of island in Indonesia near of Sumatra Island.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know for this time, but before, he is ambassador of Couchsurfing in Bangka Belitung.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, Bangka Belitung is a very nice island. If you come there, you will see about the beautiful island. You can searching about Bangka Belitung Island. It's
Bangka
very nice.
Belitung. Okay, I will check it out.
Yeah.
Sumatra, yeah.
Yeah, near Sumatra. I will text you. Okay, Bangka Belitung. Bangka
Belitung.
Belitung, Sumatera, Indonesia. Oh, salah.
Okay. Sumatra. Okay. That's nice. Is someone checking here can check it out also. So I always love to having like a local advices is always the best.
Yes. And for a long time ago, Edi Furma also stay in Europe for working. He's working in mining. I'm not really sure, but I think something like a oil company, something like that in Europe.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's
okay.
Nice. So nice to meet you. Thank you everyone for the questions. I think I told you all the names. Just the first one was Miss Young, yeah, Nina Young. I didn't say hi to her, so hi, and thank you all for the questions. Also, nice to talk to you all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Any more questions? Asking me. Yeah, so I can hear here. Oh, that's fine, Eddie.
Indonesia, not only Bali. We have so many islands. We have about more than 17,000 islands.
7,000. I heard.
17,000.
Yeah.
We also have a different language, about more than 500 local language.
Wow.
The big island, we have about 5 islands. But with the small island, we have more than 15,000 island. And also we have about different culture, different clothes, different housing design. It's about more than 1,000 different things here.
That's impressive. Yeah, it's a huge country also. It's huge and lots of beautiful places.
Yeah, it's like a Europe with the small kingdom for a long time ago. It's being together, become Indonesia. That's why we have so many different culture.
But when I was in Bali, I have a really, really good experience. Food is good. Wow, the beaches are amazing. I've been there with a friend. The friend lived in Singapore, Then he left me because he went back to work on Monday. So I've been there for a week. So I was enjoying myself. And I'm terrible with motorcycles, so I didn't rent one. I was doing everything by myself and getting like the motorcycle rides, like holding on the driver and just, yeah, let's go, let's go.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bali is very nice to looking around Bali by motorcycle, because Bali is a small island. You can
Yeah.
every places by motorcycle, but sometimes you can also cross the another small island near Bali.
You have like, I was there in 2018, but I think I remember the name. It was the temple was a Tanalo temple. Oh,
Tanah
am I
yes,
wrong? Tanalo, okay. Because there
yeah,
was, I've been many temples. Sometimes I just confusing myself here, but say Bali probably was Tanalo temple, so that's why.
yeah, yeah. Tanah Temple is near the beach on the big stone, right?
Yeah, when the low
Yeah.
tide, you can go inside. When high
Yes.
tide, you get is on the water. So I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So, what's because I'm from Indonesia, so which what kind of experience the most that you get in Indonesia? You only visit Bali, right? So,
Yes, it was. It's hard to say because I was in 2018. I was there. I've
mhm.
actually was making my trip to visit my friend in Singapore. I had free accommodation in Singapore. That's good. Then he just said, "Yo, let's go to Bali for the weekend." And then I say, "Oh, I will stay a little bit more just in case to know." I didn't met so many local people. I met so basically tourists and
Mhm.
Australians a lot. Like it
Oh
just
yeah,
I
yeah,
saw
yeah,
just saw Australians there.
yes,
I've been close to the place was called Single Thing. It's like a party. It's close to Uluwatu. You can see Uluwatu. Uluwatu
Luwatu, yeah.
Temple is close also. Uh, Another things I did by myself. It was the funnest thing. I saw many Brazilian restaurants with Brazilian food in
Really?
Bali. Yeah, I've
Near
been the
the where is that? I never found it.
yes, it was in close to uh what's the place is called?
Kuta Beach.
Um, no, it's the one have like two exactly the two beaches in the same names, but one you need to pay and go around the monkeys and a really tiny. Another
Ah,
one, yeah, another
Ubud,
one
Ubud,
is in Ubud, but the beach is
Sange,
different.
Sange.
No, oh, Baden Baden? No, no,
Oh, but
not
yeah,
Baden.
yeah, yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah,
Baden
yeah,
Baden.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think it was. It's just close in front of the. I do have pictures also of the place. They were selling feijoadas. It's a Brazilian traditional place. And açaí. Açaí is like a Brazilian fruit. You can eat like a smoothie. Yeah, it was just like a good experience, but I was almost the time I was by myself. I had like connection with the moto drivers when I get behind, and another was just more tourists, and then I didn't have like a really local experience there, but food was amazing. And when I was eating, I've gotten a breakfast in a place that was really like nice. It's so many backpackers in this place. I don't remember exactly the name. I don't know if I have the picture here. It was like a really looks like a nice room, everything on gray, just like a wood tables, and was really 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 nice, close to the beach also. Yeah, I have more like food experience there. Local people I've met in the Tanalo temple. I was when I was in the temple, there was a many like people come to me and my friends and asking to take a picture. So we've got a few pictures with people. And that's nice. We've got like another place is also driving around the rice fields It was really nice, like riding when you see when you was I was behind my friend in the motorcycle because he can drive. I was just behind him. We were like saying hi for everyone. Everyone was like waving us. It was like it was amazing experience, but it was not the full experience. So that's why I want to go back. For example, Philippines. It was big islands like Indonesia. I've
Yeah.
been almost for a month in Indonesia. Sorry, in Philippines, in many different islands, and I still have most things to do there, more things to come back and visit. So that's why if like I'm in Brazil right now after like these things start in the world about the pandemic and stuff. So I was more with my family. If I will come back, I don't know if this year or next year. If I go to Asia, for of course I'm gonna go like for more time in Indonesia and travel and explore more and more. So that's still in the plan.
Okay, just put on your bucket list to come back again to Indonesia. Okay, before to Eddie again. Okay, jadi dia tuh apa sih namanya? Kalau di
Let's.
Indonesia waktu dia di Bali, itu yang paling dia lihat itu banyak banget turis dari Australia, right? So many tourists from Australia in Bali, right?
Oh yes,
Yeah,
many. I was just like in Bali
because
was just people from Brisbane. Everyone no, it's from Perth, Perth, Perth. Where are you
yes,
from? Perth, Perth, Perth.
because Perth is very close to Bali, very
Yeah.
close,
Oh,
and the flight is cheap.
can I mention something? I just forgot. I was like
Yeah.
about to talk this.
Huh?
I left Bali because I found a flight to East Timor, Timor Leste.
Timor Leste,
So
okay.
yeah,
In
so then
Papua,
yeah, I remember the name of the company, a Link is a
Citylink,
green,
yes.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Link. So then I found this flight, and it was really curious for me because that time I was working, so I just have like a few days to my holidays. Then I decided to go to Timor Leste because they are like the ones who speak Portuguese. So they speak my language there because
Mm,
Portugal, when it come to East Timor, like Timor Leste,
mhm.
they discover even the name is in Portuguese, Timor Leste. So that's why I wanna know this experience there. I have more local experience because it was not tourists there, just
Yeah.
people on a mission to helping people there. Then I've met so many locals. I was trying speaking Portuguese with a few, so I've got a really good experience there. Also, that's why I left Bali to spend the time in Timor Leste. Also, so that's one the reason.
Ya, jadi kalau di Bali itu apa namanya yang sebelumnya dia tuh sering ketemunya orang Australia karena dia di Bali itu banyak banget turis Australia sebab Australia itu ke Bali itu deket banget dan mata uang Australia ketika dibawa ke Bali jadi gede banget gitu ya karena kan 1 dolar Australia itu kalau nggak salah sekarang sekitar berapa ya 12.000 mungkin ya. I'm explain about Australia, why Australian people a lot in Bali because it's very close, and also the money that they bring from Australia to Bali is
It's
big
really high.
difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, uh, they can work only for a month, and then they can stay in Bali for maybe 6 months with the luxury life. In the beaches and stay in the big hotel and nice food and everything, come back to Australia again and working for a month and then come back to Bali again. Something like that. That's why
Yeah.
Australian choose Bali for the second house. That's why people say that okay, so many tourists in Bali
In
is
Bali,
from
yeah.
Australia. Okay, so this is from Eddie again.
Yeah, I can hear here. What are things you can leave behind when you're traveling? We don't mention passport, wallet, and cell phone. Yeah, this is the really passport is the most important. So even we can mention. Eddie, actually, I I would say I always get because, for example, even clothes. I sometimes I getting bored or something, or even if I'm in the poor place or somewhere, for example, if I have something, I always left something, for the people, even if my bag is tall. I have so many things. I was in the, for example, in the coldest place. I'm going to a hot place. I always leaving something behind to open more space in my bag. But it's funny, but I would mention something I buy in every single country I'm going. I've got a souvenir. I've got a magnet collection with like backpackers. It's harder to get. For example, I can't buy a T-shirt or somewhere for all my friends because I don't gonna have space. So I always get like a magnet and money, the cash. I got one
Yeah, yeah.
one banknote, yeah,
Banknotes, yeah.
banknote from
Right.
everywhere. When I start to travel, I didn't have this, but since I like start to collection, I've missed so many things. Even from Indonesia, I think I have two banknotes, but I always try to collect it. And I will get here because I'm doing on my phone. I just gonna show my, oops, let me see if you can hear. You can see my magnet collections here, just a little
Okay.
bit, just you see.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Look.
Nice. Oh, 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 oh,
Oh,
oh, oh,
look,
oh. Oh.
this all. This is a lot. I have lots.
Yeah.
So this is the thing I can leave behind. When I just forget to buy or something, I feel so sad. I just say, "Oh no, why I forgot." So that's the thing I can leave behind. And another thing I would say, smile. When I go somewhere, I can leave behind like anything without my smile. For the people remember my smile when the good vibes we are
Yes.
and the good things you wanna share with everyone.
Ya, benar ya. Jadi kalau traveler itu kan kebanyakan jalan-jalan itu nggak cuma di satu tempat terus pulang. Jadi kadang-kadang kita tuh ya pengen punya sesuatu lah ya untuk sesuatu yang tidak bisa kita tinggalkan begitu aja gitu loh tanpa sebelum kita meninggalkan tempat itu. Salah satunya kalau Markus itu ya dia mau beli koleksi magnet gitu ya dari setiap negara karena ringan dan kecil gampang packingnya. Kebanyakan sih traveler memang milih magnet. Dan satu lagi adalah banknote. Kebetulan aku juga sebenarnya koleksi banknote, cuma kemarin dicuri gitu ya banknote-nya. Di situ ada 1 juta lira zaman dulu yang sekarang udah jadi 1 lira karena ada redenominasi. I also collection a banknote, but for some reason, too bad that somebody steal from me the banknote, and there
Oh,
is the 1 million of Turkish lira. Long time ago, 1 million Turkish lira. For now, it's become 1 lira
wow.
because yeah, it's a very old money that somebody give it to me. And also when I going to Nepal, somebody give me a lot of the small money from Nepal. It's a very nice, and I lost all of them.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's
Oh, this is
terrible.
sad. This
It's
is
funny
sad.
because it's not so easy. You cannot change to the bank, but for you, it's something like, oh, I've been there.
Yeah.
And also, I
It's
have a banknote from the Romania. It's not so easy to get the banknote from Romania because not much people coming there, and then they also have to typical of the money, like lay and
Romania lei.
ron, lay and ron.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, something like that. So I'm talking about it to them, and also dan satu hal lainnya yang tidak bisa dia lupakan adalah sebelum dia meninggalkan suatu tempat, dia harus meninggalkan senyum gitu ya. Jadi untuk apa, senyum adalah a good vibe atmosfer, a good vibe. Jadi maksudnya tuh semacam atmosfer yang positif lah yang harus kita tinggalkan di tempat di mana kita pernah berpijak. Kira-kira seperti itulah ya. Oke, we starting to another. After COVID-19, okay, you can answer. This is from my friends also, Jenny. She is a cat lover.
Okay. Hey Jenny. Hi, so thanks for your question. Let's see here. After COVID, what country you can't wait to explore next? Yeah, actually many. I was actually before, just like weeks before COVID-19, I was back in Brazil in December 19, so just 2 months before starting here, for example, COVID. I was planning to do some countries in South America I never been before. For example, Uruguay has a border with Brazil on the south, so I never been in Uruguay. I was planning to visit Uruguay, Colombia. Colombia is more for the north. So Ecuador, I never been there. Venezuela, I never been there. But situation of Venezuela was not really good. So I was in my mind to visit Uruguay, um, not Venezuela, Colombia for like 2 months or 3 months. I was thinking about and do like some islands, and probably went back to Argentina and visit something around South America. That was my first plan. Then I was like, just changing my plan. So probably I would say the South America countries before, and the ones I really want to visit for the reason of myself, because I'm Brazilian. I love football. Then the World Cup this year will be in Qatar and the end of the year. So yes,
So
I'm
you have to
planning
go to Qatar.
yeah, I never been in Qatar also, so I'm planning to go to Qatar to stay there for the World Cup. Let's see, it's quite expensive, so I don't know if I'm gonna make it, but I want to do so. So let's see if it happens.
Qatar is very nice, and the city also modern and traditional also, and it's kind of a rich country. So I think you
Yes,
will like Qatar.
yeah. So hopefully,
Okay. You know that how many time we are talking? It's 1 hour and 40 minutes more.
wow. So yeah, I would say thank you for everyone was watching here. So you have many patience to listen to me, but it was a really good chat. So it's always good to talk about travel. If you have any more questions or anything you want to ask me, or let me know.
Just follow and subscribe Marcus Instagram and YouTube, and you can direct to asking about anything to Marcus.
Thank
Maybe
you.
you can meet him in Qatar in World Cup champion. Yeah.
Hopefully. So
Okay.
thank you, everybody. So it was a nice to talk to you all. No, probably most of the people here are from Indonesia. I just gonna say I love your country. Hopefully next time when I go to Asia, I'm gonna go to Indonesia, so you can show me around. So thank you,
Sure.
everybody.
Okay. So the last question is, what what is your describe about whole of your life in the small word to describe
Mm,
about your experience and your life for traveling all over the world in small words.
uh, a big adventure and experience.
A big adventure and experience. Okay, so Marcos is the big adventure and experience. So
Yeah.
what you want to say to people all over the world who want traveling as a backpacker for to
Uh,
I mean for the beginner.
I always say, do whatever you want. Don't do things to show you around. You don't need to do anything for another people. You need to do for yourself. If you really want to do it. Otherwise, if you don't like it, can happen. Okay, everyone is different. I've met so many people on the way. They don't like this life of backpackers or something. You can come back. But when you come back to your friends or family, you're gonna say, "Oh, I did." I always say one thing: one day we all gonna die. Okay,
Yes.
in your last day of life, you're gonna look back at your thing. You're gonna say, "Oh, I miss that thing. Should
Yes.
if I can come back, I would do. So do it. If you in the last day of your life you say, "Oh, I did everything I wanted and I have a good experience." If you don't like, you try it. So do it. I just do it. tasting. If you tasting, if you like, you can continue, go ahead. If you don't like it, you can come back, but you already did. You're gonna be full, so just do it.
Oke, jadi pesannya buat Markus adalah khususnya buat teman-teman yang baru mau mulai backpacking atau menjelajah dunia, nggak usah banyak mikir, just do it, lakukan saja apa yang pengen kamu lakukan. Kalau kamu nggak suka, kamu bisa tinggalin. Tapi ketika kamu suka, ya udah jalanin. Kenapa? Karena kita hidup ini kan cuma sekali. Jangan sampai kita tuh nanti nyesel, oh ternyata kita belum melakukan ini, oh ternyata kita belum melakukan ini. Jadi hal-hal seperti itu kalau bisa jangan sampai terjadi. Jadi lakukan saja. Suka atau tidak suka ya nggak apa-apa, itu biasa kok dalam hidup. Kira-kira seperti itu. Okay, Marcus, maybe next time we can talk about another thing, maybe about your profession now. For now, we are talking about your experience of traveling, and maybe for later, we are talking about your profession after traveling as a freelancer or whatever. It should be amazing to know because as travel, sometimes we have working as a remote job. I mean, we can working from somewhere and then can take the money and yeah, something like that.
Definitely, okay. Will be nice. Will be nice.
Yes. Oke, jadi nanti kapan-kapan kita ngobrol lagi sama Markus karena kali ini kita udah sharing tentang pengalaman dia traveling lebih 100 negara dan setelah ini kita pengen mungkin next time kita akan bicara tentang profesi dia sekarang apa sih gitu loh. Setelah traveling ke begitu banyak negara, dia dapat job macam-macam apa sih dan bisa dilakukan dari belahan dunia mana aja sambil menghasilkan uang, kira-kira seperti itu ya. Nanti kita minta waktunya dia lagi karena dia lumayan sibuk sekarang. Oke, Marcus, thank you for joining in the travel lounge and have a nice day.
Thank you. Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah, bye-bye.